yours, including the one that the responsibility that eventually get taken away from you, were those elected positions?
No, his was not elected. His was not elected. Okay, let me say at the time, it was not an elective position. Yes, I was assisting someone elder as an experienced someone else. So therefore, the position that he was, it's a position that it's not going into election processes now and then. But by the time when he was in power then, that was 27 years ago, he was elected.
He was elected and then he stayed on.
He stayed on, yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. The chairperson says he became a traditional leader. Thank you, Mr. Msibi.
Did you have any elected position within the association at that stage?
No, he was still there, 27 years.
Yes, but I mean, there's a whole exec. Did you have any formal elected position?
Okay, it differs this way. On local association, the local association that belongs to the organization where I'm the president now, there are elective processes in line with the constitution of Santaco. But in the position where you are an executive of Salbo, it's once it moves on. Like the chairman has said, it's a tradition kind of situation.
No, please. This was for Commissioner Baloi's ears only. I'll be in trouble with traditional leaders. And it was said in jest.
So we've established that the position doesn't give you any status within COGTA, but does it have, I'm struggling to understand, did he engage you, as it were, privately as his assistant while he occupied that position?
Yeah, it's easy to do that. Like me coming back within the taxi industry, as people were coming in for consultation with their problems or whatever, he will just inform them that in my absence, Sibanyoni is there. And
so you were essentially an assistant to him?
Correct.
Then in paragraph 93, you talk about the lockdown and you distancing yourself from Mr. Msibi. What was that distancing beyond deciding that you weren't going to commute daily for meetings at the farm?
Yeah, the order of COVID-19, when it started, no one was visiting anyone. It was a national order. So for me, it helped me a lot. Even if we can communicate, we can't see each other. And the COVID lasted for quite a number of years. So for me, it became the buffer. Always it's the reason, because there's COVID. I mean, when there's COVID, obviously there's danger. I can come visit you, I inherit COVID, I go back to my family, then there's danger. Therefore, for me, it helped me a lot. I use the COVID-19 reason as to the main reason of no more visiting him. Even when it gets relaxed, I also insisted that COVID is too dangerous, because every day you find in the news a number of people are dead. Therefore, you can't force me to come see you based on those reasons. But I at the back of my mind, I know as to why I'm doing that.
And then you speak about a telephone call where you confronted him about his attempt to assassinate you in 2006. Do you know approximately when that call took place?
It was a call during 2020. It's not me calling, it's him calling. Because of me no more assisting him, no more coming close to him, only telephone calls. Then in that call, as he was calling me, what he said was, you can see that nowadays I'm playing a distance figure out of him. Then yes, I agreed that yes, one reason was I mentioned COVID, but he didn't take that lightly. It's like he didn't take that as a reason, because we could take a mask and go visit. Like, life was normal that other way. But I refused just to be closer to him. Then number two, he asked me, what is it that I'm going to do because if I'm no more in contact with him or having a good relationship, I will not operate my taxis. Then I said, no, brother, no, I will not operate because it happened in 2006 and 2007. Then, and I know that for a fact, I came back after 2006-07, which was 2009, and operate. So I was putting it to him that he can repeat that as he wants, but come years later, I will come back and operate again. And as to how will I come back at the time, I didn't know, but what I said to him was he must never call me again, so that we're no more discussing these things of visiting one another or each other, and be in the space of a broader taxi industry.
So essentially at that point your relationship
Broke up. Yeah.
Can we then pick up at paragraph 96? Because you talk then about the involvement of Mr. Madlanga and Mr. Molefe. Maybe if you can read paragraph 96.
The events that followed that confrontation are significant and must be understood in their proper chronological context. Following the telephone call in which I had confronted Mr. Msibi directly with the first assassination attempt, Mr. Msibi substantially reinforced his personal security apparatus. He surrounded himself with individuals known in the taxi industry in the criminal connotation of the term as izinkabi. Among those who Mr. Msibi engaged for his purpose was Mr. Ket Madlanga, it was Mr. Katiso Molefe. The Commission should note the sequence with care. The reinforcement of this security apparatus occurred immediately after I've confronted Mr. Msibi with his responsibilities for the 2006 attempt. The deployment of armed men around him immediately after a direct accusation of attempted murder is not coincidental. It's preparatory. The Commission need to accept the characterization from me. The subsequent events speak for themselves.
Please read it again. I think you missed the word not.
The Commission need not to accept that characterization from me. The subsequent events speak for themselves.
Sorry, surrounding himself with the people that you referred to, was that out there for everybody to see,
Yes.
or how did you?
Yeah, yes.
All right, thank you.
And you describe, if I read your paragraph 93 correctly, you describe Mr. Madlanga and Mr. Molefe as people known in the taxi industry as izinkabi. Am I reading it correctly? Is that what you're saying?
Repeat again.
You say, you say he surrounded himself with individuals known in the taxi industry as izinkabi. Among those whom Mr. Msibi engaged for this purpose were Mr. Vusimusi Madlanga and Mr. Katiso Molefe. So are you saying that Mr. Madlanga and Mr. Molefe were known as izinkabi, or they were contacted by Mr. Msibi to procure izinkabi?
Yeah, in addition to that, I add them both. There's a portion where it's izinkabi. In addition to that, you find there's Ket Madlanga in, you find there's Katiso in.
And why, what is the significance of their involvement at this stage?
From what I read through circumstances was just a proper plan to attack me. At that stage, when I got those information, because that information, as the commissioner has just indicated, it was an open thing if you were to visit the farm. There was no secret about anything. If you were to visit there, you come whisper to me, I will understand what you mean. And it was easy for me to get information because all people that were visiting the farm were not in support of what was happening. So they were alerting me that the game is up now. There's the involvement of this one. There's the involvement of this one.
And what was the significance of the involvement of well, let's take Mr. Molefe first. What did you understand when people said he's now bringing Mr. Molefe close?
Yeah, with Mr. Molefe, I cannot be that much specific because me knowing him, there was no any element of this kind. But with Mr. Who's this other one?
Madlanga.
With Mr. Matala, if you read, he's from Mamelodi, and at the time people in Mamelodi were dying, and everyone was talking about him. Therefore, him associating himself with Katiso, for me, it says the game is up.
You said Katiso, you
Yes,
mean
yeah.
Mr. Madlanga?
No, Molefe. Katiso is Molefe.
So who was associating with Katiso?
Both.
Msibi
It's Cat.
and Madlanga.
His cat is Katiso, then at the top you'll find Msibi. Then your life
What is it about that trio specifically that made you believe that the game is up? What is it about the three of them associating that made you believe that the game is up?
Reading from what was happening in Mamelodi, people were dying every day in a big number. And me reading the situation, this guy is from Mamelodi, and there is a problem in Mamelodi.
But that accounts only for Mr. Ketman.
Yes, yeah.
It does not account for Mr.
From
Molefe.
Katiso.
What is
Yes.
it about Mr.
The
Molefe that
addition,
make you think?
yes, I'm sorry, Commissioner, to come while she's still talking. If the number is getting big, obviously arms are up. But if it was not him alone, you'll find a way of how to protect you. If it was Msibi alone at the same time, I know I've been living with him. Running away from him, because I even mentioned that I'm going to hiding now. It was easy for me. But now having more people within the same situation, the game is too up.
Can I just ask differently? What at that point did you know about Mr. Molefe? You've told us what you knew about Mr. Matala at the time,
Yes.
the Mamelodi connection and the people dying. What did you know about Mr. Molefe that made you see him as part of the machine against which you have to defend yourself?
Yeah. At the time when people were dying in Mamelodi, at the same time Soweto was on fire. There were a lot of people that were dying, and Mr. Molefe is from Soweto. When I connect my dots, then you could see that the game is up.
In respect of those Soweto incidents of violence, did his name come up that you
Yes.
became aware of?
Yeah, I became aware of, yes.
Thank you.
Just one, sorry, Mr. Charles. Just one more thing. You see this deployment of Izinkabi and in addition, Mr. Matlala and Mr. Molefe, you see this as preparatory. I'm looking at the sentence right at the last line, that short sentence. It is preparatory, not just coincidental.
Yes.
And you then say that's borne out by subsequent events.
Yeah.
Let me take you to the last two sentences of paragraph 94. There you say, it was at that point in the conversation that I confronted Mr. Msibi. And this was after he had asked you, why have you disappeared on me?
Yes.
So you say it was at that point in the conversation that I confronted Mr. Msibi directly with the first assassination attempt. I reminded him without evasion that in or around 2006, he had sent people to kill me, that I had been shot and injured, and that I had survived. Why is it not the case that he surrounded himself with all these people because he feared you? You have just said, remember, you wanted to kill me in 2006. Why can't it be so that he was protecting himself from a possible attack by you or from you? You've just said, hey, remember, you tried to kill me, but I was fortunate enough to survive. Why is that not so?
Commissioner, I think it's a vice versa situation. How so? If he surrounded himself with this Nkabi, it was not a protection, it was an attack to me. I didn't have anything at the time. I went strictly into hiding. Yes. So, and getting to know about Izinkabi, as a human being, I've got friends within the industry. You'll hear them calling you that there's a bunch of people that are coming to assist Mr. Mswazi in Gauteng. And we understand that the fight is between you and him. Please take care of yourself. Then you'll find people at the same time that were visiting this very same farm, on their way coming back from the farm, that your name has been mentioned. Take care of yourself.
Thank you.
Now, you deal from paragraph 97 with the second assassination attempt, and I understand that, this case is currently pending. You're a witness for the prosecution, and that you're going to testify probably next month.
Yes, please.
This month?
Yeah, this month, yes.
Yeah. Not that many days left this month, but soon. What I do want to clarify, you talk about linkages of weapons. We've done our own, we've seen our own ballistics evidence here, and can I clarify with you what the case number of the assassination was? Is it the Littleton case, number 16708 of 2022?
Correct.
Thank you. You ask that for the sub judice principle we don't go into the detail of that second assassination attempt. So
Please.
Maybe we should pick up then on page 38, paragraph 100. And
Paragraph 100.
paragraph 100, and there's a specific issue there. You say, in or around 2021 into 2022, Mr. Katiso Molefe relocated to and established his criminal operations, specifically drug-related activities, at the farm owned by Mr. Msibi. Now, can you give us some more detail about this? What do you know about Mr. Molefe's involvement in the drug industry, the illegal drug industry? What do you know about the activities that he was conducting from the farm?
Yeah, commissioners, remember at the time I was not there, physically so. I would rely on the hearsay, I rely on the intelligence, at least to have a clue as to what is it that is happening. And at the same time, I know that when you get an information from a second person or the third person, the information can be infiltrated one way or the other. Therefore, the information that why I was looking for, it was for safekeeping of my site as to, I must know, Commissioner, when I see you at the mall, for example, or when I see you in my estate, we are one of those dangerous people. Therefore, I needed that information day and night just to keep myself safe. So it is one of those informations that you'll probably get, because it was of necessity for me to be safe.
This suggests that you knew for a fact that before this date, Mr. Katiso Molefe was conducting these activities somewhere else, and then
Yes.
you were told that he moved them to the farm.
Yes, that was
So
the...
just take us a step back.
Okay.
You knew that he was involved in these activities, and then presumably somebody would have told you that those activities have moved to the farm.
Okay, I'll put it in two folds. Why people were dying in Soweto, why people were dying in Mamelodi. I'm a very concerned citizen, and at the same time I'm in danger, and these people have colluded. So the information that I was digging, or the information that I happened to get, is related to same thing. In Mamelodi, you'll find people telling you about Daga, something like that, or illicit, something like that. In Soweto, you'll find same people dying about that. Their names are mentioned within that space. And now they've colluded with this man who is fighting me and who used to fight me. Then you read between those lines and get a better understanding. If you're hiding in a house that has got no butterproof, put another butterproof. Something like that. If you happen to drive your car, armor your vehicle. That was the danger at that point. And to a certain extent, even if I was shot at, but to a certain extent, I can take it that it helped me, because between 2020 and 2022, it tells you that I was able to evade that space. But it was on that unfortunate day that they happened to catch me.
But it's quite a specific allegation that you're making. You're saying Mr. Molefe relocated his criminal operations, specifically drug-related activities, at the farm. On what basis do you make that allegation?
Yeah. I've made it clear, Commissioners, that all those two bases, it was a hearsay, all those two, but I connect those two incidents. People are fighting, people are dying, and they are now in one space. And that space is specifically directed to me. It was better if one was operating from his own space. And the intelligence that was coming to me, you get an intelligent commissioner that is live. It's easy for you to get an intelligence that is live from the farm. Brother, I'm here by the farm. I see this one. I see this one. I'm just worried about you. Where are you? Then I will say, I'm in the hiding. Thank you so much.
Mr. Sibanyoni, in this commission, there's a name that people have mentioned. I don't know, maybe they don't fear this person, but when it's him involved, people have found it easy to say, I've heard it from Sergeant Nkosi. He's the one who told me this. Is he the source of your information?
No.
On this specific
No.
issue?
No.
Okay.
But did anyone specifically tell you that Mr. Molefe is running his drug trafficking operations from the farm? Or is that just something that you inferred from the fact that you were told that he was at the farm?
Can I repeat again, sir?
Did anyone specifically say to you, Mr. Molefe is now running drugs out of the farm?
No, not at all. And even that Kat Matala is running a drug-related business, the direct information I didn't get. But as a citizen, I would hear that this one is operating like this one is operating like this.
I still have difficulty because in this paragraph you say,
Which paragraph, Commissioner?
paragraph 100, Mr. Sibanyoni,
Okay.
midway, you say in or around 2021 and into 2022. And you don't say, I was told or I heard. You say, Mr. Katiso Molefe relocated to and established his criminal operations, specifically drug-related activities, at the farm owned by Mr. Msibi. So you're stating that as if it is something that you know personally. And that's what we're trying to clarify. Do you know this personally, or did somebody else tell you
No,
And if somebody else told you, who is that person?
somebody told me, to be precise, because 2021, 2022, I was completely not there.
So let's take it that somebody else told you.
Yes,
Are you
yeah.
prepared to tell us who that person is?
It's an easy thing to do because I'm trying to assist the commission as well. Yeah. It's not that unfortunate part. It was my chairman at one of my associations, and he's passed on recently through natural death. Yeah, he was a close confidant to myself.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
I see it's 2 minutes past